Okay, so because NPTEL DBMS course assignment 2 due date is tomorrow, that is 5th of August. So I thought let's first make the video on all the questions of assignment 2. Yeah. So the good news is it is a little preview of your unit number 3. So it is happening first before that lecture, but that's fine. You're not going to miss anything in the lecture things. I'm going to upload that very soon. So it will be all about update, create, view, like, joins. So it's basically a review to you for unit number 3. Okay, that's why I mentioned it over here, unit 3 preview. So the questions are all about update statement, creation, syntax of the view, pattern matching, natural join, equijoin, average aggregate functions, and versus or, and subqueries. Okay, so we'll see them one by one. How we are going to solve them. So this is our first question. Okay. So the question is, one table is given to us of customer orders where order ID, customer ID, and item count is given as attributes. We have to decrease item count, this value. We have to decrease item count, this item count by 1. We have to do item count by 1. We have to decrease this item count minus 1. So all the values should be reduced by 1. But it wants where item count is greater than 2. That means only for this, and this. We have to reduce the count. Okay. That is the thing. So that is our question. So the question is, which one is the correct SQL statement? Okay. So let's check one by one. Modify. Modify is not the keyword that we are utilizing for change in the rows, because we are here we are talking about the row change. This. Yes, these values should change. So modify is not the keyword, so it is definitely not an answer. Update is the keyword that we utilize to change the rows. So always need, and whenever you will use update, you need this set. So it is given over here. So update customer orders, that is a table name. So which table we update, table name, set which column we are targeting. So we are targeting item count and we are setting it to the new value item count minus 1, where the condition is given. So it is correct. Now, if you see this update here, set is not mentioned. So it is wrong answer. In the same way, alter. Alter is a correct keyword, but it is utilized to change the structure. Okay. Alter changes the table structure, not the rows, not the data. Okay. So only B is fulfilling all the things, and that is our answer. Yes. Update always needs set to assign the new value. Modify is not a valid command, definitely. And next update command is missing the set keyword, and alter changes the structure, not it. I hope you got the answer. Second question. So let's see our second question. Here, employee table is given, and the attributes are employee name, department name, city, and salary. So here we have to check whether the create table, which one of the create table statement is correct. Okay. So the create table statement in this one, it is asking us to find out the options are given with the primary key. So pick the correct create table. So let's see our data carefully. Okay. Let's see our first data. It is a similar type of question as we got in the assignment 1 also. So let's see employee name first. Okay. Can employee name be a primary key? Amit is appearing 2 times. Repetition. Okay. No, it cannot be a primary key. Repetition. This is also a repeat. Then, can department name become a primary key? HR, repeat. In city, Kolkata, Kolkata, repeat. It also cannot become primary key. Then, salary also, it is repetition. So, all of them individually cannot become a primary key. Now, we have to look for only this option and this option. B and D. Out of them, one of them will be our answer. Employee name, department name cannot be a primary key. So first is employee name and department name. Employee name, department name together. Amit HR together. Amit sales together. Unique. Ria HR unique. Ria finance unique. Saurav sales unique. So it is matching all the requirements of a primary key. Together it will become which key? Composite primary key, as we discussed in the previous assignment also. Now check out this one, employee name and city. Employee name and city. Let's see. Employee name and city. Can they together become a primary key? So first one is Amit, Kolkata. Second one is again Amit, Kolkata. So that is the repetition. So it cannot become a primary key. So here repetition key. Yes. Next one is Ria Delhi, Ria Delhi. Again a repetition. Ria Delhi. And then again Ria Delhi. So again repeat. Yes, so it cannot become a primary key. So definitely our only answer is this one because it is unique. It will uniquely identify the entity, employee name and department name together. That is our answer. Okay, so the same explanation is given over here. You can read it once, pause the video and read it once again. Let's go to question number 3. So question number 3 is about create a view. So what is view? First thing, view is a virtual table. Okay, view is a virtual table. When we don't want our third party to watch our complete data, then we create a view for them. Whatever is required, only that we will show to them. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, so it's syntax you have to know. So create a view electronics product. So view name is given as electronics product. Okay, its name should be electronics, showing name and price. So we just want to show name and price. That means we just have to project name and price. Where category, that is our condition, where category is electronics. Category should be electronics only. Only these should come. So what is the correct syntax? So the general syntax of view is this one. Create view and then view name. So here you give view name, whatever name you want to give. So that will be our electronics products. Yes, as. Then we'll create select. Then the column names from your table name. So here column name from table name, where, and your condition. Okay. So that is the thing. So that you have to match. Now see this one. Create electronics product as select name price from dash 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 missing. So no, it's not working. Okay. Yes. Let's see this one. Create view on wrong. This is wrong. Okay. As or from. We need that. Create view to again wrong. So definitely they are not our correct answers. Let's see this one. Create view, view name as select column names, name and price from inventory details, table name as we have written, where condition. So it is matching our syntax and that is the answer. So if you know the syntax of creating a view, you will get this answer correct. Let's see question number 4 now. So question number 4 is what? It is okay. Where location like B percent and location like percent E, which location appears in the output. So the meaning of this is like, so we have to see B percent means the meaning of this one is it should start with the word B. Okay, it should start with the word B. That is the meaning. And after B, anything. After B, anything is there. And then percent E means it should end with the word E. Okay, so you can check it out. You can check the location which starts with B and end with E. So Bangalore, it is coming into the picture. It is following both rules B and E. Hyderabad, no. Chennai, no. It is starting with C, but we need the one starts with B. No. It starts with B, but it is not ending with E. So no. No. So only one. Bangalore. That is our answer. So easy. Okay. So that is the answer. Next one. Okay. So like is a keyword. Yes. Like is a keyword that we use for such things. And in SQL queries, we are going to use them a lot. Yes. Now see which join gives this output. So this is a join question, question number 5. So what is happening over here? The key observation here is the output has one product ID column. Okay. So in this output, we have one product ID column. Which one gives this output? So the output will have one product ID as one column. Okay. That is the thing. All purchase records rows plus product name, no duplicate product ID column. Okay. So in a plain equijoin, what happens is product ID will appear twice. Product ID will appear twice. Once from each table. One time from purchase records and one time from inventory catalog. Okay. The fact that duplicate is automatically gone will only work with which join? Natural join that we have discussed in relational algebra. So we don't need duplicate, no duplicate. So that makes us understand it is a natural join. It is a natural join. So which one of them? Only this one is utilizing natural join. This itself tells us the answer. Okay, first thing. So that is the only option utilizing natural join. So that is your answer. Obvious. Okay. So I hope you got it. So these are simple, tiny, tricky things that sometimes are being asked in the questions. Okay. So fine. Let's move to question number 6. So question number 6 is what? Find the average salary of employees in the HR department. So we need to find out the correct SQL statement for that. Okay, what will be the correct SQL query? So here we have to use this aggregate function, that is average function AVG. Okay, so we want average. So average of the salary. Hmm. So you have to see where average salary is given in the options. So here only in two options average salary is utilized. Average salary, average salary. Okay. So find the average salary of the employees in the HR department. Yes. So if you'll see over here, there is no mention of the condition ki what will be the department. Department name is not mentioned. So it cannot be our answer. Obviously, this was not the answer. Earlier only we already came and lowered it down our options to 2. Now the only option left is select average salary from employee details, that is table name, where condition. Department name should be HR. So it wants HR. Very easy. Okay. Let's move to next question. So you can pause the video and check out the explanation given over here. It's the same we discussed. Now question number 7. Question number 7 is about the output keeps rows with salary greater than or equal to 60,000 or the, see, the word is or department name is sales. So which query will fit this? You know, so definitely you can see it is so easy. It is so easy. See, this is the table given over here. Where salary is greater than 60,000. It is talking about the first condition, but it is not talking about the department name sales. So not our answer. Where department name is sales. So it is just talking about the second condition, not the first condition, not our answer. Where salary is this and. So we don't need and. We need or. So we have only one option left, that is or. I hope I know you must have got these answers correctly. These are so easy to find out. Even if you have not done SQL till now, you can see it by yourself what is the answer. Yes, so this is the explanation. You can pause the video and see it once. Let's move to question number 8. So question number 8 is find employee name. So first thing is we have to project employee name. Correct? Means what we have to do over here, where whose salary, employee name and city, whose salary is greater than salary of all HR employees. Okay, okay. So here what is happening? See, whose salary is greater than all HR employees. That we have to see. Greater than all HR salaries means greater than the biggest one. Okay. So what? Greater than 60,000. Yes, greater than 60,000. So in HR employees, what is the biggest salary? That is 60,000. That's why I said 60,000. Okay. So SQL for that is greater than all, and then you have to write down the subquery. The syntax is we have to use the word all. Yes. And then we have to write down a subquery inside all. So only two options are utilizing all. But here in this option, the last option, if you will see, it is utilizing equal. Okay. So the correct option is B option. Where salary is greater than all, select salary where department name is HR. Okay. Hmm. So that will be our answer. That will be our answer. That is the reason for this one. So syntax for this one will always be this greater than. It has to use all keyword, and then you have to write your subquery. So subquery should also be correct. Okay. So like option C is using any, not our answer. Yes, so that cannot be our answer, which means greater than the minimum. It means greater than minimum. Yes. So that is not our answer. Yes. So option D is utilizing greater than equal to all, which would wrongly include someone earning exactly 60,000 also. So that's why we need only greater than all. So this one, no. Yes, only one answer. That is B. B is the answer. So that is the thing. Let's move to our next question. That is question number 9. So question number 9 is about we have to create an index named IDX department. Index name is IDX department. Okay. Name is this. On the department name column, we have to create this index on department name column of employee details table. That is table name. So what will be the correct SQL statement? Yes. Now you can see on this one, we have to utilize one keyword, that is on. On is the keyword. So option B is utilizing from. That cannot be our answer. First, we are ruling them out. So only we are left with three options now. On. These three are utilizing on. Yes. Now see, let's talk about option C first. Then option C says create table that builds a table. Okay, create table. That means we are creating a table. We are not creating an index. So this option is also ruled out now. We want to create an index. Yes. Okay. Now in option D, let's see this one. In this one, what is happening? In option D, it swaps the index name and table name around. Okay. See, create index. It has given the table name over here. This is your table name, not index name. Our index name is IDX department. So ruled out here. So only one option left, create index name. On which table you want to create? On table name and its column. That is the correct syntax. Okay, if you will observe keenly, very nicely, you can find out these answers very easily. See, okay, this is the explanation. You can pause the video and go through it once for the revision. Now, that's it. I think we are done with this. Okay, so this is fully solved. Certain things you have to remember, like modify versus update. Modify is not the keyword that is going to be utilized. All versus any. So which one will come in the query? So all will be the answer. Natural versus equijoin, you don't have to confuse. If you will use equijoin, that will give you duplicate values. Natural will not give you duplicate values. These are certain things that you have to remember while preparing for the exams. So thank you so much students for watching my video, subscribing my channel. Thank you to become my family. Okay, so see you again in my next video. Thank you.